Welcome everybody, it is Crypto Moose, and it's time to get loose. Mitchell Bouchard, your crypto and NFT investor. Let's dive right into it. On today's episode, we're going to go over 3 skills that you should have as a cryptocurrency slash NFT investor. And I want you to all like, comment, and subscribe this time. That's really going to help us out on the channel. And on top of that, if you can comment, which I have been seeing in the past videos, and I've already begun to work on new videos that will hit on those key topics. But I want you to, in this video, to put down skills that you believe are important for the crypto space. So I've identified 3 skills, and we're going to talk about it right here in this video. So it's going to be a shorter video, but we're still going to have fun. We're going to go over the market cap of Bitcoin and probably Cardano and some others. So let's dive right into it. So let's start off with that. That's typically very important. So by the way, we are Tuesday, October 24th of 2023. And Austin Matthews scored tonight, which is really cool. So for those of you that don't know, I do like hockey as a Canadian. And most importantly, I am a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. So comment down below your favorite hockey team as well. So let's get right into the market cap. So if we zoom in here, Bitcoin recently, and we just did a video on that, it went up to, I think it hit 35,000 USD, something around there. So Bitcoin has been on the move. It's got a 53.1% dominance. So that's in terms of market cap. And ultimately, it's due to the fact that BlackRock has an ETF coming out. It is going to be IBTC. So it's going to be the ticker. And that's going to allow for a lot of money to come into the market through a regulated method. So it's going to be really cool. Very big for the market. On Cardano, it hasn't fluctuated too much. Even compared to Bitcoin, I believe it was up like 24% at one point yesterday. But Cardano it's an altcoin. So, those typically go up after Bitcoin leads the charge. Okay. So that's kind of where we're at. Cardano, it was basically at 30 cents. I did a video on that, but, anyways, that's kind of where we're at. So what are some of these skills that you should have? And, the way I came up with these, and there are 3 main ones, that is through, watching a couple of bull markets. So when I first got into crypto, it was about 2016. I barely bought any, but I remember when Bitcoin was not like Bitcoin never hit $1,000 USD. Then it hit 1,000, went up to 20, and then it did all these other things right along the way. So similar to where we're at right now, I think this is a quality time to buy in. Not telling you to do that, but that's what I'm doing. So with that being said, number 1, you want to protect yourself. And I'm going to clean off the screen here. You have to understand security. And there are a lot of different elements to that, but number 1, you have to have a hardware wallet. I don't care which hardware wallet you get. I believe in Trezor. So if you want to pick one up, we do have a link below for you. But feel free to pick up a Ledger or a Tangent wallet. That's what people are very bullish on right now. I know a lot of it is because YouTubers are getting to do reviews. But the reason you want a hardware wallet is because this acts as an intermediary and your private keys are held offline. So for example, I have a cell phone and I have a Cardano wallet on here. If somebody gets access to my cell phone, they can send or sign a transaction, sending it away. Whereas with a Trezor or a different hardware wallet, it's encrypted in a different fashion, and you have to physically touch the device to sign transactions. So it makes it more difficult for somebody to take your cryptocurrencies. Okay, I talk about it all the time here on the channel, but that is number 1. The best way you can secure your cryptocurrencies, that being fungible assets and non-fungibles, so your NFTs, you have to have a hardware wallet. If you only have a couple $100 in crypto, you're not going to spend $200 on a hardware wallet. But in fact, Trezor does have this new hardware wallet. So if you go under products. And by the way, you should always be on the main website. Do not order this on eBay. Do not get this from a friend. Do not get this from Uncle Bob, because he's probably scamming you. You have to protect yourself, right? You just have to protect yourself. Like, you do not know what people are up to. And in fact, I mean, you guys have seen the stories, but people that become millionaires in crypto, their lives have been threatened. People have been killed. I don't know who it was, the exact name, but there have been some crypto billionaires who have gone missing, etc. My point is, be careful. I have to be careful too. I'm a moose though, so if somebody gets around me, you know, I'm just gonna knock them out, right? So I'm not too worried about that, right? I'm gonna drop the mitts, you know, jersey them, knock them out. So that's one way to go about it, right? So somebody's like, hey, I'm gonna get your Trezor. I'm gonna be like, dude, watch out. Moose is gonna get loose. Comment down below. If somebody broke into my office, how loose would the moose get? How loose would he get? I'm very serious about the hardware wallet though. I've never lost money through somebody hacking one of my wallets. I do use Apple. I shouldn't even talk about what I use, but yeah, there are a lot of different ways. So that's number one. And to go along with the security, and we talk about it a lot more extensively in online courses. We'll talk about that at the end. But definitely get a hardware wallet, right? The other one though is to not talk about it as much. So don't be bragging about how you have 50K in crypto. You know, don't be showing people, hey, this is where I keep my private keys. Just keep your mouth shut a little bit, right? The other one is, I recommend using a VPN. So that's going to allow you to hide your IP. So if somebody wants to get your location, they're going to have a very difficult time being able to do so. So be wary of your cell phone, your devices. You should be using a VPN if you are into crypto. So comment down below if you agree with those. The other one with security is phishing scams. So what you will get oftentimes is how people get access to your crypto. Really the main one is you don't know what you're doing. So we'll talk about that here in a second. It goes with it. But you have to be educated on the space, right? You have to know the differences between public address and private keys. If you don't know those, you shouldn't even be into crypto anyways. You have to educate yourself, but that'll be a different point. But at the end of the day, a phishing scam, what it is they're going to use your emotion, right? Like, we are very driven emotionally. And when somebody hacks you, let's say you know what you're doing, they're going to pose as somebody else and they're going to send you an email, hey, help me, or hey, click on this link, and be wary of that. Make sure to triple check the websites. That's why I talk about, even with Trezor, make sure you are on Trezor.io. If you want to pick up a ledger, make sure you're on ledger.com or whatever the main website is. So we have links for you. That's going to protect you. It's not just an affiliate link, but you know you're on the right website, because somebody could, for example, hack this device and you pick one up on Amazon, and when you load up one Bitcoin, they take it. So, like, do not be naive in this space. Do not be naive. Yeah, that's the main one. I mean, be on your toes. Double check. What I really recommend the most for security as well is not only to be educated, but you want to test things out. You want to truly understand crypto. For me, I know that I make it extremely difficult for you to get my crypto. Day to day, if I want to spend crypto, it's hard for me because, you know, I have these layers of protection. So how many layers can you add in front of you? Ask yourself, how difficult am I to hack? Right? If you have everything on a hot wallet, if you have a trust wallet and it's just on your phone, that's sketch, right? So that's all I'm going to get on with that. And of course, back up your seed phrase, right? So we have videos on the channel. We're probably going to be doing some more free ones as well. Okay, so that's number one, security. Main one is get a hardware wallet. Just do it. Again, once you're over a couple $100, get one. Number two, DCA. Along with that, I also put consistency. So a lot like what you're seeing here with the channel, if you take a look here, I have been consistently posting videos. So we're not getting a lot of views, but if you look 23 hours ago, 1 day ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 4 days ago, 6, the point is that over time you're building something. And same goes with crypto. For me, I really didn't have a lot of crypto until I would say, I had a lot more until the market crashed, but it took me about a year to get to a point where I'm like, okay, I have a bit of crypto. And that was after, I knew a lot. Like I've had hardware wallets for probably 6, 7 years now. I had the first Trezor one and I just didn't know what I was doing. But the point of consistency in DCA is dollar cost average. So buy some crypto, the same amount every month. Don't try to time the market, just have time in the market. And that's kind of how investing goes, right? And you want to get the good stuff. I share with you what I get. Maybe I'll give you some picks right now. So these are my picks. I'm not telling you to get these, but these are tokens that I like for, that have decent upside, but you minimize the downside. So my go-tos right now are Bitcoin, Cardano, DOT, MELD, Kopi, Atom, Hex, Sunday, GLMR, USDC. So starting at the top, so Bitcoin, Cardano, and Polkadot, those are probably my safest investments that I see in crypto. I just don't see them going down. They are the supreme blockchains out of 20,000 different tokens, or whatever we're at today with tokens. Okay. But the point is, invest every month. So one thing I've been doing as well, I've been kind of using it as a joke, but every time I get some change, I've been putting it in this jar, and I've been waiting to do this video. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but I have this jar. I started this, like, let's say it's been 2 weeks. Every time I got $1 or $2 or a quarter, I kept it in my pocket, and instead of keeping it in my car for a car wash or whatever, to spend it on something, I'm going to put it in this jar. So I'm going to do this quick. 3, 5, 6. I know you are probably in a different country. You're not using loonies and toonies, but use paper dollar bills. Maybe, every time you get a $5 or $10 bill, save it. Okay, so let's do a quick estimate. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's say $20 estimate. And then we got, what else here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 35-ish. That's $50. $50 in this jar. Do not steal my jar. But that's cool, right? In a week, I didn't even have to try. Every time I had to buy something, or, I went out, whatever it is. Like whenever, I would get some gas and I used like a $20 bill, or, I had to break down some change. I would put a $5 or other loose change in this jar. $50 in a week. Most of you do not know how to save $20, right? It's hard. So you have to have a system. So that's why I showed you that. That's how I started in crypto. I started very small, right? I remember when I saved my first $100 to put it into crypto, and I put it on Exodus. I put it across all these altcoins. The way I did that is I have to save like $20 at a time. Over the course of a week, I saved $100. That was years ago. But the point is that you need to have a system. So for some of you, the reason you never bought crypto is because you're starting too big. Don't wait until you have 10 grand. Start with what you have. If you're only making, and you don't have to put a lot of money into crypto, especially if you're going to start. You could put in more money later. But the point is that you have to pay yourself first and just put something in. So for me, I'm at the point now where every month I'll put in a couple $100 in a Cardano. That's like a habit I have. No matter what, I just put in a Cardano. So at the end of the month, if somebody's like, I want to go out to eat, I'm like, I can't, I'm out of money. I put in a Cardano. I can always take it out, but that's kind of like a little tip. So DCA, find a way, and also put something up here for you all. If you use the crypto.com app, which I use, you can set it up so that every day or every week, it automatically buys for you. So I don't do that. I don't like having my money automated like that. Like the Moose likes his money control. Like that's the part of it that I like. Like I just don't want, institutions or banks just taking my money. Like I want to be able to send the money away. Like I want to make that decision. So DCA, consistency, and I'm telling you it works. So I remember getting my first $1,000 in crypto, and I'm like, holy, like I didn't know I could do that, and now it's easy. So something to think about. Okay, so that's number 2. 1 is security. We went over that. 2 is DCA, consistency, set up a system. 3 is learn. So most of you think that you know everything, and you don't, because I don't know everything at all. And, and I teach beginner level stuff. So be curious, remain curious. If you're not curious, if you don't like the space, it's going to be tough. Especially, 2 years ago or whatever it was, we had Cardano crash. What is it, like 80%? So I found a way through DCA and consistency to get to the point where even though I suffered an 80% drop with one of my tokens, I'm back above where I was at. So that's pretty cool. Like, I mean, I was devastated at the time. Like, I was like, what am I doing? What is happening right now? But then you learn the markets, whatever. You have to be willing to make mistakes. If you're winning all the time, you don't even know what you're doing. So be willing to fail a little bit. So, Cardano, it went, from $3 at the peak all the way down to where it is now. Okay. So you may be into Chainlink or other projects, which would be a good move. Okay. So we have learn and also refine. I put in the word refine. So what I mean by refine, and I have examples here. This will be a good example. So by the way, I always tell you all, you should have a pen and paper in your book bag, whatever it may be. So I'll give you an example as well. This is just a notebook. It says stuff. I got it at the dollar store. I use it all the time to build online courses, to get my thoughts onto paper. These are the episodes for today. I have things to do, walk 10,000 steps outside, film some content. I have to edit a corporate video tonight, so I'm going to do that. And I drew out some shot lists while I was out on my walk. And what you could do is write down, for example, if you're at the stage where you don't know how to save money for crypto and you want to, but you haven't built that habit, write down, I'm going to save $10. I'm going to go to the dollar store, buy a book, and buy a jar. And I'm telling you, a week from now, you put in $2 a day, you got $15 or whatever it is, right? So, think about that. If you put $5 every day for a month, I don't know how much that is, but what is that, like $60? I don't know, whatever it is, like $150. Like you can start small. Right? So even here, I wrote down crypto ideas. But what I mean by refine specifically is you can get to the point. And by the way, this is my goal allocation. You can write down your top 5 cryptos. For me, Bitcoin, Cardano, USDC, Meld, Kopi, Matic, ETH. So these are the cryptos that I like the most. And I just visualized what I want. So you get a bit of visualization and you have a target to hit, because if you don't have a target in crypto, you're going to wander around. You're going to struggle. Like that is true. Most of the issues that you have and what people have in general investing, what's helped me to get to the point where I'm like, I actually feel like a good investor. Like most people do not know how to invest in a crypto, and I do it so consistent. I'm proud of it. It's cool. Because I used to be so bad. I used to just not be able to, I can easily take $1,000 out of my crypto portfolio and I'm like, I got more, and I don't even make much money. So it's just cool. My point is that it does compound over time and you have to refine it. So for example, as well, write down 5 tokens that you like and why. And then a week from now, go back to it after you've been learning. Oh, you know what? Get rid of this. I don't like this. This project did this. And I'm more bullish. So like remove things that you're not sure about, and that reveals what you are sure about. Okay, so I can't give you guys all my tips and tricks. There should only be one moose. If everybody becomes a moose, I'm going to be out of a job on YouTube, even though they don't pay me. So anyways, those are my top 3 skills. I hope it helps you out. Comment down below, what other skills do you think are important? Comment down below if you enjoyed this video. And we're just going to end off with a couple of friendly messages. Basically, I'm just going to pump my courses. But honestly, this is a free Cardano mini course. I built this course for the same reason that I'm explaining to you. I wish I had this when I was starting. Okay, so we also have, 340 videos almost on the channel. So if you go to Crypto Moose, guys, watch these videos. We have all these free videos. You can type in whatever you want. So for example, Cardano wallet, the best Cardano wallet. You can find that out. I've got shorts. You know, how to set up a Lace wallet. This is a library that is free. You do not need money. So we have that. And I did also launch a paid course. This is the simple guide to cryptos and NFTs. So this is a monster of a course, 7 hours. If you guys want to take it, I will have a link in the description below. And I would really appreciate that. That's one way you can help support not only me, but support yourself. This is my legacy when it comes to crypto. So with that being said, I appreciate you all. You know, test the waters. You know, we're all at different points of, you know, maybe, you know, you've never bought any crypto, or perhaps you have been into crypto and you feel like you're struggling. I'm here to help. That's what I'm here for. Okay. So cheers, everybody.